Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for The Last of Us, this one's going to be doing another discussion video after episode 5 of The Last of Us. We have a few more days, and then we're going to be getting episode 6, which is the flashback episode with Joel and Ellie. Obviously we did do a predictions video for that episode, we also did our review for episode 5. I've had a lot of comments from people telling me, man, Dan, you're really rough on this season, right? Listen, man, I tell the truth, I only tell the truth, and if you can't take the truth, then I'm sorry, not my problem. So, that's the way I kind of look at it, right? Because I had a lot of people telling me, they're like, man, you're really, really savage on this season, Dan. Well, again, that's what you get from me. You get honesty. I think that there is some really poor writing this season. Not to say it's all bad. It's not all bad. There are good things as well. But there are bad things that are dragging it down.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Wow. Wow.
And I am, mentioning that because I think that it is important to acknowledge. And obviously, my biggest pet peeve with this season, as I've repeated in videos many times before, is I just don't think we have the type of Ellie that we need to tell this story. The casting made a bad decision with Bella Ramsey. I'm sorry, they did, in my opinion. It's not Bella Ramsey's fault, but it is the casting director's fault for choosing an actress that I don't believe would meet up to and isn't meeting up to the level of the video game. That's just as simple as that. I've had my grievances with this season, but there's one thing this season that is pissing me off, honestly, more than a lot of the complaints that I've had. And I'm just going to come out and ask it. Where the hell is Abby? Seriously, when you're writing a script, when you're writing a show, and you have a villain for your season, you would think that you're gonna have them in your season rather than just one episode and then they're gone.
You idiot!
We have now gone with 3 episodes without anything to do with Abby, even though we have seen the WLF, which apparently is what she associates herself with. That's what she's part of. We've seen a guy named Isaac. We have seen a lot of different things here and there. We've seen teen drama level acting between Bella Ramsey and Isabella. I mean, it is just cringeworthy. But we've been in Seattle for almost 3 episodes, and we have not seen a damn thing to do with Abby. That is a problem. That is. And I know people are going to say, they're going to be like, well, Dan, you also got to understand, in the video game, it took you a while before you get to see Abby. Yes, but here's the difference, is that in a video game, you are easily going to go through that game quicker, so you can go through the game and get to Abby, at a certain point here very quickly. In a TV show where you're waiting week to week to see content of your, of your game adaptation, that's different. You know what I mean? Because when you're playing a video game, like, for example, 5 years ago when that game came out, Last of Us Part 2, I played that game within about a week, you know what I mean? Maybe even a little bit less. You're watching a TV show where you gotta wait week to week to see the progression of the story. And when you're stalling your story every single week and you're not giving us the main villain and the main objective of the season, that is a problem. So I disagree with people that say, well, they waited, a while in the game before they showed Abby too. Yes, but you can complete a game easier than watching a TV show once a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all fucked it up.
It almost makes me feel like they should have, released this in a binge format. And even then, I don't even think then it would help, because I do think either way there's a problem here. Why is she only in one episode as the main focus? They advertise Caitlin Denver as, almost like the main character this season. You know what I mean? I remember the advertising for this season. They made it seem like she was going to be the character to watch. Like, over Joel, over Ellie, over everybody. They made it seem like Caitlin Denver was going to be the lead actress of the show. That is clearly not the case this season. Now, obviously, if you're a game player, and I've kind of talked about this before, this is spoilers for the game, I guess, if you are curious. In the game, obviously, there is a massive section where you play as Ellie, and then you switch over to Abby for a good portion of the game. Well, you know what they're doing, you know what I mean? It doesn't take a genius to realize what they're doing. Season 2 is the Ellie season, and Season 3 is the Abby season. Fair play. But you still, and this is a criticism I'll even give the game too, either way, we should have gotten more Abby as the main villain before you jump into her backstory and her flashbacks and all her bullshit, you know what I mean? It's just simple writing 101. You don't keep your main villain away after they kill the main character for like 4 episodes, 5 episodes probably, once we see the finale. And I guarantee she's going to be in the finale, but that's not good enough. She should have been in this season most of the way through. Another embarrassing thing is, I recall hearing this about, I'd say 3-4 weeks ago before the season released. I remember hearing the actress for Abby, Caitlin Denver, mention that she genuinely forgets her final scene on The Last of Us Season 2. And she says that she swears it's not because, spoilers, she can't say it. She genuinely forgets what the last scene was that they filmed. That's pretty humiliating, I'm not gonna lie, like that's worrying for where this season ends, because you're right, she's not involved in much. So it's a really interesting thing, man, it really is. All I gotta say is, L on the writers for not including her, L on the promotion team for promoting her way more than she's actually involved in this season. And yeah, no, genuinely, I'm honestly very embarrassed I feel bad for Caitlin Denver, I think she's a great actress, and they're not using her at all, you know what I mean? Even though she's labeled as the main villain this season, that's where this season just falls apart, in addition to a lot of other things, So, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Where do you think Abby is? Do you think we'll see her in episode 6? I doubt it. I think it'll be episode 7, but again, that's not really a compliment because that's your finale. So, in other words, they really, really messed up with Abby this season, I gotta say. They really falsely advertised her, and to go 3 episodes where you're literally facing off against her own group, you mean to tell me you can't cut to a scene with Abby where she's at? Bullshit. So, let me know your thoughts. Post your comments down below, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Sure, follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos, The Walking Dead and The Last of Us. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies did a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.